super popular right now. You guys are really cool. You have a lot of knowledge, and I know you can contribute, but we just don't have room for you in the show. There's so much stuff going on. Let me show you something. It's called, it all started with a mouse. All right? We're really going to focus on Walt here. So, why don't you help me set up? That's a way that you can help. So, can you help me set up? All right, thank you very much. Well, let's see what else we have to do back here to get started.
During the last few years, we've ventured into a lot of different fields. We've had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of wonderful people. I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by mind. Now that's why I want this part of the show to belong to Mickey, because the story of Mickey is truthfully the real beginning of Disneyland.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us for our show. I want to welcome you. My name is Jeff. I'm one of the animal keepers here at Rafiki's Planet Watch. Now, as you probably already figured out, there aren't only going to be animals up here with us, but you never know where they're going to turn out there. This is a 20-minute interactive animal show, so we ask that you guys just keep your seats for us during the show, because we're going to have a lot of animals out among you guys. If you do need to leave for some reason during the show, just check with either Carrie or our operations team back there at the gate, so make sure you can exit without intercepting some of our animal stars who are doing their part out there. Well, how many of you, this is your very first visit with us to Disney's Animal Kingdom? Quite a few first-timers out there. Well, we're glad that you guys are here. Hope you're enjoying it. How many of you definitely been with us before? A lot of you. Well, great. A lot of return guests, and we hope you continue to come back. We've been open for 16 years, and things are constantly changing here, so if it's your first time or your 100th time, we'll hope you keep visiting us and checking everything out. We have lots of new and exciting things happening down the road. But you know, Walt Disney's connection with animals and nature started much further back than just 16 years ago, right? As you heard Walt say a bit earlier, it was all started by a mouse. And he was referring to none other than, of course, Mickey Mouse. And Disney's very first color cartoons featured flowers and trees. And who knows Disney's original princess with the magic mirror and the 7 dwarves? You just shouted out, Snow White. Yeah, if you think about it, Snow White, she had her forest friends to help her out as she whistled while she worked, right? Well, you know, sometimes we have some of those forest friends hanging around here at the greenhouse. I think you're going to enjoy meeting the pretty cool animal that's back here today. You can see this type of animal featured in Snow White, also in The Sword in the Stone, and with Winnie the Pooh and his friends. Now, Walt Disney once said when creating new characters for this cartoon film, was one of his greatest sources of inspiration was the world of animals, and I'm sure he was talking about animals like Finn here. Yeah, what kind of animal is Finn? You guys know? Just shout it out. You don't have to raise your hands. Yeah, he is an owl. He looks like a little baby, doesn't he? Now, he's full grown. He's called an eastern screech owl. These guys are native to the eastern side of the U.S. There's also a western screech owl, native to, guess where? Western side of the U.S. Yep. They're pretty much the same. It just depends on where they occur as to what they're called. Screech owls are pretty cool. They come in 2 color phases. Finn is sporting the nice gray color face. They also come in a brick red color. But no matter what color they are, you can imagine they blend right in with their surroundings, and that way they can hide out. Now, how many of you have heard that owls sleep all day and they're only awake at night? Yeah, quite a few of you, right? Well, take a look at my owl. Yeah, I'll tell you guys something that's really a myth. They don't really sleep for long periods like we would sleep, because if they're asleep, they might miss a meal or become a meal. Now they will, though, hide out during the day. You can't really see them active most of the day, and they blend in with the surroundings, waiting to night to hunt, where they use that amazing vision. They can see in the dark much better than we can see. They have much larger eyes, and they have that amazing hooked beak and those talons, which are their nails, for helping them catch their prey. Now, who knows, just shouted out what the owl's most common food item would be. I heard the M word. Yeah, which we don't like to use the M word at Walt Disney World when we talk about food items. Yeah, we're going to go with rodents. Okay, yeah. You know, these guys help control rodent populations. Screech owls are smaller. They eat a lot of insects. And don't let his size fool you. Screech owls have been known to take full-size quail as dinner. Yeah, a bird about the same size. So pretty amazing. We're going to go ahead and let Finn rest some more. But if you really like owls, make sure you check out the Flights of Wonder Bird show over in the Asia part of our park. You might see some larger species of owls flying in that show. They're pretty amazing. Now, when Walt first started creating his cartoon characters, yeah, they weren't really the most naturalistic depiction of the animals themselves. They were mainly used just for cartoonish effect. And even though Snow White was a huge success, Walt Disney still wasn't really happy with the animals created for Snow White. So in the late 1930s, the Disney company began work on what was to be one of the very first environmentally conscious films ever. This animated classic featured no people, only animals and stars, you probably figured out. Talking about none other than Bambi. Now, to get a more naturalistic look, Walt brought deer right into the actual studio as inspiration, and even filmed deer and other animals in their natural habitat. This gave a more realistic look to the animals in his animated films that you can even see today. And you know, it was with Bambi that Walt's true commitment to the animal kingdom truly began, and Walt really started to see animals more as art. And you guys have a good chance to do that today here at Animal Kingdom. If you look around, you'll see a lot of really cool species that look like artwork. Well, look, there's one joining us now. This is Scarlet. A Scarlet is one of the larger types of parrots called a macaw. And her name is Scarlet. That's because she's a scarlet macaw. And Scarlet, if she lived in the wild, she would live in South or Central America where all 17 species of macaws live. And they would forage around up in the canopy during the day. And as they feed, they're using those zygodactyl feet, 2 toes in the front, 2 toes in the back, to help hold their food. And that amazing beak, you can see how that beak is useful in many different ways. And as they're foraging, though, they're doing their job, and their job is to be messy. Yeah, how many of you have that job, being messy? Yeah, pretty fun, isn't it? Well, parrots, because they're messy, they really help out the ecosystem. As they're dropping food, they're helping to feed all the animals on the floor of the rainforest that can't climb or fly. And guess what? They're also dispersing seeds. Pretty amazing. These guys are pretty cool. Now, if you look at Scarlet, you might even recognize this type of bird from another Disney classic, Aladdin. Remember Iago? Yeah, Iago was based on the scarlet macaw. So pretty cool. Well, Scarlet, I think we need to head out. Can you say? Can you say? Can you say? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Everybody say bye-bye to Scarlet. And welcome my friend Dave back here with another amazing animal to share with you guys.
Well, guys, hi. How we doing? Now, does anybody not like snakes or is very scared of snakes? All right, I'll try and stay right in the middle. But I'm going to bring him down to visit you guys. Don't worry, I won't get too close if you guys are a little scared. This is Lancelot. He's a corn snake, also known as a red rat snake. He's got some beautiful colors all over his body, just like Scarlet there. Now, Scarlet did say goodbye, but that behavior is a mimicry behavior, but some of our snakes mimic as well. So, he has a lot of bright colors, some oranges and reds on him. And you guys might think that he might be a venomous snake, because that's how some of our venomous snakes advertise that they are dangerous to some of the animals out there. So you guys might think twice before trying to grab onto this snake, right? Now let me assure you, Lance is not a venomous snake. He is a non-venomous guy, but he uses some of those bright colors. One, not only to maybe make you think twice about coming up to him, but two, to help him camouflage as well. Now, Lancelot here is from the east coast of the United States. And you can imagine in autumn, among all those very colorful leaves on the ground, he's going to blend in very well. He's going to be doing a lot of hunting out there, just like our Alphin. He's going to be eating a lot of rodents too. And you can see he's got a lot of beautiful colors on him, just like our scarlet macaw. Now, scarlet macaws, all those macaws are really known for being those beautiful animals, but you can see snakes can be beautiful in their own way as well. If you take a closer look later, when Lance might come back out, you might be able to see that each scale looks like it's been individually painted. Thank you, Jeff. And you guys can see how artists have been inspired by animals all throughout time, and you guys might have even been inspired by animals. Maybe your pets at home, we painted pictures, or if you visit your local zoo, you guys might have drawn a picture that's hanging up on the refrigerator. Cave people painting pictures of mastodons and saber-toothed cats on those cave walls. So we can see how animals have always inspired artists, even throughout time. So, Dottie, what are you doing over there? You're not doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Wait, Carrie, what's Dottie doing out there?
I think she really wants to be in the show.
I told her she couldn't be in the show, that it's called It All Started With It. Has that been like that the whole time, guys? Oh, Dottie, I can see your hoof and snout prints all over that. You have been busy out here, apparently. I told you we don't have room for you in the show today. There is just no room.
Hey, Dave, have you seen Dottie?
She's out
She
here.
vanished from backstage. Yeah, she's really been busy back there. I tried to tell her she wasn't on the list, but
Jeez, Dottie,
she
I
didn't
told
seem
you
to
there
get
is
the
no room
message.
for you. Oh. Well, apparently she squeezed
yeah,
herself
maybe
in.
there's a gap here. Well, Dottie, I guess since she's out here, what do you guys think? Want to go and let her be a part of the show? See what she can do. All right. Well, they seem to want to see her.
What's she going to do? Is she going to paint or something?
She already has been painted. She's pretty talented. Maybe she can show our audience her artistic skill. This is Walt Disney World where dreams come true, right? Yeah,
I guess so.
Maybe she's aspiring to be one of those famous Disney animators.
That's true. So I guess we're going to watch a pig paint today.
I guess so. But, she's a pretty big diva, as you guys probably already figured out. So we need an assistant who wants to help Dottie out by painting today. All right, how about you right here in the pink, the Hello Kitty shirt? Go ahead and join Carrie right down there in front of the stage. And we've got everything all set up for Miss Dottie Bell.
Like we're all set up to paint again.
I know.
But, as long as Dottie's out here, we might as well learn a little bit about her, right?
Sounds good.
So she is a Cooney pig. They are from New Zealand. Dottie, you want to come here? Now, these guys, back in 1984, there was only about 18 of them left. But now, through a lot of conservation and breeding efforts, there are over 5,000 today. So, Dottie, you want to paint?
That's pretty exciting. So we're pretty lucky to have these guys here with us at Animal Kingdom. Now, wow, that's amazing, Dottie. She's got an amazing snout. Normally, you wouldn't see a pig using their snout to paint, but that snout's pretty amazing. Has a lot of muscles, can move independently, and pigs can smell over a couple of miles. Pretty amazing.
Seems to want to paint my leg as
I guess,
well.
yeah. Looks like she likes to paint everything out here. You might even call her a real pig Picasso. Yeah, well.
Don't worry, folks. The jokes don't get any better.
I love the blending of colors there. This is pig-friendly paint if you want to do your own paint. You don't have to use your nose. You can buy finger paint anywhere, or in this case, snout paint, I guess.
Let me go over here. No, you want that corner?
Yeah.
All right, that corner.
Maybe
is very
she's
blue.
painting a scene with snow, and that's the snow. Yeah. All right. Ruby. Everybody give Ruby a nice round of applause. She did a great job helping us out today. Now, if you hang around after the show, you get to take this. What do we call this day? Masterpiece. Yeah, you can take this home after you. Well, thanks, Dottie. It looks like both of you need to go get cleaned up a little bit.
I guess we'll go get her cleaned up, you little hand.
All right, another round of applause for Dottie Bell, our amazing Cooney pig. Yeah, like I said, expect animals anywhere in the show. And, before Dottie decided to come on out, we were talking a little bit about Disney history, right? We talked about Bambi. After Bambi, Walt focused on a different project. This time, it was actually animals living in their natural habitat. And I'm going to let Walt tell you about this project himself.
One thing has always led to another here, and Bambi was no exception. The wildlife scenes in this research yielded an unexpected dividend. An idea for a new motion picture series we call The True Life Adventure.
Yeah, how many of you remember the True Life Adventures? Yeah, I see some hands going up out there. These award-winning documentaries probably inspired a lot of the keepers right here at Animal Kingdom to pursue careers in the animal care field. Another really big inspiration I know to me, pets I had growing up. You guys get to meet Tippy here today. Now, you might have seen Tippy's friends running around earlier. Tippy's one of our domestic rats. Pretty amazing. Rats, members of the rodent family. And they make up about 40% of all the mammal species on Earth. Pretty amazing. Rodents, like rats, also spread seeds. And they're omnivores, so they eat insects as well. And not only are they important to the environment, rodents, really big part of Disney history, right? If you guys think about, of course, none other than Mickey Mouse, the ultimate rodent, and Cinderella, she never would have made it to the ball without all of her rodent friends, right? And Tippy's doing a great job here. We're going to let her go ahead and slip back into the greenhouse here. And something else that rodents like rats do, they help provide food for a lot of other animals. They're known as the keystone species. I don't want to say that with Tippy out here, but they're pretty important in many different ways. And because there's so many rodents on Earth, they're very diverse. They come in many different shapes and sizes. And I think we're going to introduce you guys to another pretty amazing rodent. A little bit larger. You may recognize this type of animal if you ride Splash Mountain. Right here on our stage today, you guys get to meet Libby. Libby is an African crested porcupine. She was born right here at Animal Kingdom. Her family still lives over at the Tree of Life, so you can go visit them throughout the day. If you really like porcupines, they are pretty amazing. Now, just like our rat, she has those rootless teeth that are always growing, uses her front paws to help eat. But of course, a big difference, the presence of those quills. Now, how many of you have heard that porcupines can shoot their quills? Yeah, well, you know what? That's a myth as well, yeah. Can you guys shoot your hair off your head? No, well, maybe some people can, but usually you can't, right? Yeah, her quills are just extensions of hair. They do sometimes lose their quills. But if, say, a lion is pursuing a porcupine on the East African savanna, they're going to use those bigger quills to bristle up and look sort of scary. If that doesn't work, they're going to turn around, and they can actually run backwards right into the face of that lion, pummeling those short white quills at the base of the tail right into that lion's muzzle. Probably making you think twice before trying to tackle a porcupine. Well, I think you have another pretty cool animal.
We do. We've got another guy coming out. He's got a very specialized defense, just like Libby. A little bit different, but who here wants to experience what those quills feel like? Not going to be fun, right? This guy's not going to be fun to experience either, right? What are skunks known for, guys? Being smelly. Now, that is a pepper-like spray that they've got. This is Eddie. He is our striped skunk. Lives right here in North America. Now, everybody in our first two rows, you guys are in what we call our splash zone. These guys can be accurate up to 10 feet away, but don't worry, everyone. They usually aim for the eyes and nose. So you can still taste all of your food later today when you guys go out there. But everybody that's chuckling in those last couple rows, don't worry, you're in the danger zone too, because a good wind with these fans going to, they can mist animals up to over 20 feet away. Now, is anybody meeting anybody elsewhere in the park today? Who's got some friends riding Everest right now? They get to participate too, because you can smell skunks at over a mile away. So, just because you smell a skunk doesn't mean it's very close. Now, Eddie here helps us out a lot too. Their diet consists mainly of a lot of insects. So his job is to eat about 70% of his diet is bugs, so it's very high in protein. So next time you see a skunk, as long as he's not spraying you in the face, telling you to go away, say thank you for helping control those bug populations. They're pretty cute, and usually a lot of times before they use that spray, they're going to raise up their tail and try to give you some warnings about that. Now that black and white color on his body, that is a very good camouflage for him as well, because he does hang out a lot at night, just like our owl friends, but that black and white helps blend in with the shadows of that moon and that forest that he loves to live in. Well, Eddie, you ready to go home, bud? Want to go back into our greenhouse, say hi to all your forest friends? Thank you, everyone. Give Eddie a round of applause. He was wonderful today. Now, we can't begin to show you all the diversity of the animal planet, or the planet that we live on, but you guys can see all kinds of more stuff here at Rafiki's Planet Watch. You can go over to our affection section. There's animals outside. Don't worry, we've still got a couple more up our sleeve here. So take it away, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. And speaking of animals being everywhere, you're going to get an up-close and personal visit from our next animal who's going to join us in just a minute. So I remind you to keep your seats throughout the duration of our show. Now, we looked back at the True Life Adventures. But you know, Walt's legacy continues to live on today in our current Disney nature films, which you guys have seen. Most of these started with Earth, followed by Oceans. My personal favorite, African Cats, was next. And of course, can't forget Chimpanzee. And hopefully, around Earth Day in April, you guys got out to your theaters and celebrated by seeing Bears, set in Alaska. Pretty cool film, a great way to connect with nature. But you know what? You don't have to see a movie or visit a theme park to connect with nature and wildlife. You can do that right in your own backyard. Excuse me. You can do things like putting up a bird house, bird feeder, or how many of you love being bitten by mosquitoes? Yeah, no hands for that, right? Well, guess what? If you put up a bat house, similar to the one that we have right over here, you might attract a colony of bats who will help control mosquitoes and other insects for you. So pretty cool. As you've learned what we do things to help wildlife will turn right around and help us out. Pretty exciting. And you know, Walt Disney was a true visionary in both the arts and entertainment. And over the years, he's helped all of us see a little bit better the value in the world around us.
You've probably heard people talk about conservation. Well, conservation isn't just the business of a few people. It's a matter that concerns all of us. It's a science whose principles are written in the oldest code in the world, the laws of nature. The natural resources of our vast continent are not inexhaustible. But if we will use our riches wisely, if we will protect our wildlife, and preserve our lakes and streams, these things will last us for generations to come.
Well, speaking of value in nature, you guys get to meet Beaker today. Now, Beaker is a black vulture, and you guys may have seen Muppets 3D over at the Hollywood Studios. Well, guess what? We have Beaker in 3D right here in our theater, too. How that's out for a close-up look at that amazing 5-foot wingspan. Now, you can see black vultures flying overhead most of the day with their larger cousin, the turkey vulture. They're an amazing part of the ecosystem, and they really help out because they help to clean up out there. We like to call them nature's recyclers. And something that they do that a lot of people don't realize, they help control all those diseases out there. Yeah, vultures like Beaker can ingest botulism, anthrax, salmonella, rabies, keeping those diseases out of the environment and from passing on to us.
You guys could be heroes too in the environment just by doing some simple things like reusing, reducing, repurposing, and recycling. You guys are taking advantage of recycled materials right now. If you look down at the benches that you're sitting on, each one is made up of about 1,300 milk jugs. Just in a small area that's over 30,000 milk jugs, not in our landfills taking up space, and it provides nice comfortable seating, splinter-free. And also, excellent. You guys are taking advantage of that tree or that mulch at your feet is made up of shredded tires. And you guys can also give to the Disney Worldwide Conservation Fund today. Anytime you guys are at one of our gift stores, you will go into that store. If you give just an extra $1, you get a really cool button like Jeff is wearing. And that goes to helping animals all over the entire world. And guess what? Disney puts their money where their mouth is because we match every $1 that you donate at 100% as well. So, well, I think we should hear it for all of our animal heroes.
I think we should be. Did a great job. Oh, look who's back again.
Hi.
Joining us.
I guess she just wanted to squeeze in one more time.
Yeah, she has a stage hug like we said earlier. And you know, how about a round of applause for our amazing artist assistant? There's your one-of-a-kind piece of art we're here to take home with you. And thanks to all of you for joining us. You know, there's lots of really cool things to do here at Rafiki's Planet Watch. If you haven't been inside the building, we have a different animal presentation every hour on the hour just under the skylight that you guys can check out. And of course, a whole yard full of animal stars right next door. So thank you guys for joining us. You guys have a wild afternoon the rest of your day here with us at Disney's Animal.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.